Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching my channel. I'm a normal person, and I today I would like to share some thing I observed and I had think uh, of. And today we're going to talk about how can we get through the difficult moment in our life. How should we perceive the things happened yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and how can we leave the yesterday behind and embrace the new life? And so, just recently, I had came across some reports about uh, uh, these parents who had lost their kids when they're middle aged. Yeah, some kids just died because of traffic accidents and unexpected affairs, or some these kids contract some severe disease, and so these things happen, and most these parents, how to say, contract very severe mental illness or psychological illness, and every day they live in the miserable life, miserable situation, mood, and some people may, how to say, looks normal and like they go to office every day and finish some job, but emotionally or psychologically they already a died person. Yeah, because they no longer have happiness, and they have no hope, and some people cannot uh, bear this kind of psychological suffering. They choose to end their life by themselves, and some people just died early. And so it's difficult to get through the tremendous uh, difficulty and in the life, right? And but interestingly, I notice some parents can get through that just because they choose to adopt a new kid, or just have a new baby. Yeah, even though they are quite old, maybe in their 40s or 50s, and they ultimately they have a new baby. And gradually, these people who have new baby and uh, their life get back to the normal track, and and get through the difficult, even though there's a big, how to say, scare in their heart. Yeah, and maybe they still suffering a lot, but yeah, ultimately they get back to the normal and live a normal life. And I also notice some people, some businessmen who choose to suicide or end their life by themselves just because business failure, and they lost their money or their property or something, and maybe they still very rich and they can support their life, but they choose to end their life just because they cannot bear the suffering, and they cannot accept the loss. They lost the help, and so come back to me. I also do some reflection on daily basis, and I also have some similar experience when I was a bit young, graduate from university. I took a job in a big organization, and it's a very good job. I like the product. I like the industry, and I like the position. And in the beginning, I think I can work for this company for many years, maybe till I retired. Retired, But later I noticed maybe it is not possible because the companies change significantly over the time, and the work environment has changed, and I I can't get promoted in that company. So several years later, I decided to quit from the position, and I do not have many choice in the beginning after the resignation, and yeah, I run my own business, but I do not have many preparation in advance. Yeah, so we can imagine our business, how to say, it's not quite good, and it run. The progress is slow, and I cannot scale it up. And for quite a long time, I hung in this kind of thinking whether I should go back to work for a big company or I should continue to run my own business. Yeah, on one hand, coming back to the previous company or similar company is not easy because the market is changing, and I'm getting old. Usually, for these companies, people who are older than 35 years old is not very welcomed. So I don't think I have many opportunities. Uh, and not, on the other hand, if I run my own business, I just think, oh, if I if I cannot get succeed, I can go back to work for some company. But actually, it is not possible because just like I mentioned, I cannot get back to work because of the change over time, and so the problem for me is just I stuck in that situation for many years, maybe 5 or 8 years, several years, and I cannot commit completely to the current business, and I cannot left yesterday behind. Because I always have a help, I think, oh, maybe I can come back to the previous company, but it looks like not a good option. So I think the important thing for us is that we should, once we make a decision, we should left yesterday behind and commit fully to the new direction. Yeah, because that's the future, right? That's the tomorrow. Yeah, so so I think I should, how to say, work hard and focus on the on my own business, and just forget all these things completely, and only so I can become happy. Yeah. So because I live in the future, so we should not live in yesterday. We should always live in the future. So for life, I do not. I have a little bit experience. I think one thing for sure is that there are a lot of things unexpected going to happen, and we don't know it is a good one or bad one. And so one thing we can do is that just accept everything happened, and always look for the future and forget yesterday, even though the future looks not so promising or so clear, but that's the right direction. Yeah, otherwise we cannot get through or get out of yesterday. So that's something I would like to share. Always be optimistic, always looking to the future. Yeah, that's something I would like to share. Thank you.